내가
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. What an intriguing game we've got for you tonight. One tremendous college player will be included in the lineup. Our game tonight featuring the Liberty as they go up against Chicago. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And it's Chicago to start out. To the left side wing. Tries it from 19. The shot by Wilson, no good. Pass to Stewart. Here's Ionescu. Here's Wilson. Banked in off the glass.
Well, down low is where you get Wilson the ball. A skilled interior player who's automatic.
Now Stewart takes the three. The rebound by Carrington. Not as good off the back rim and in.
She looks pretty comfortable going to work there in the mid-range. I think she likes that shot.
Here's Ionescu. New York, no good that time either. Wilson inside. The layup off target. Here's Clown. Here's Ionescu. The rebound by Betts. Here's Wilson. And she gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up for her.
And when Wilson gets the ball into the post, she's as good as anyone at getting a bucket or getting to the line.
taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Clown. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Pass to Ionescu. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. Fires it up. Off the left rim and out. They set the pick. Phoebish. It's Young on the wing, and the shot goes down.
That was an excellent use of the 15 or so footer. For a point like Young, hitting these opens up the floor.
To the left wing. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Screen by Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lays it up and banks it in.
A premier interior scorer. Jones' physical presence is enough to intimidate defenders.
Outside Wilson. And they call the foul. So she's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Second team foul. Defensive foul. Jonquel Jones. First personal foul. Second team foul.
On and off the floor, Asia Wilson is a leader. You can tell she's earned the respect of her squad and that her coach trusts her to set the tone.
Here's Clown. Now here's Burke. Right side Jones. It's good.
Oh, she got a high percentage look and made the most of it.
Chicago leading by 7. Here's Gray. Fires, high post. The kick out to Young. Lets it go with a three. Here's Iriofan. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Pass to Burke. Here's Cloud. Jones finds Burke. Back to Jones. Here's Cloud. Beyond the arc. Iriofan pulls it in. Over to the wing. Fires the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Showing off the deep ball there. Shots like this really help her confidence.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Right side, Jones. Wilson grabs the board. Here's Chicago. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Puts it up. It's rebounded by New York. Pass to Cloud. Here's Jones. Trains it from 9 feet away.
Assisted by Natasha Cloud.
He gets it up. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be...
The previous play is under
The
review.
NBA Replay Center queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure she got that off in time.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Oh, they're going to switch the call. There was no doubt in looking at the replay that she got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Chicago leads by 11. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
New York trails by 11. Here's Ionescu for the three. Thomas grabs the rebound. Here's Plum. And so it's New York with it. Here's Lainey Hamilton.
Love when she's assertive down low because it puts the D in a compromising position.
The first one falls.
Lainey Hamilton. 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. Chicago leading by 10. Here's Plum. Pass to Clark, inside. No good with the layup. Here's Ionescu. Here's Lainey Hamilton. From deep. It's hauled in by Thomas. Here's Chicago. Down low. Harrison with the rebound. New York trails by 10. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. New York, no good that time either. Pass to Gray. Launches a three. Buries the long-range jumper. Well, he's got the lead up to 13 now for Chicago.
I mean, you can't be more ready to fire off your shot than she was. That is believing in yourself.
And now the first timeout called here for the Liberty.
Into the lineup for New York, number 30, Brianna Stewart.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. New York moving the ball around. To the paint. And it's in there.
Attacking the heart of that defense. She was in point-blank range.
Here's Plum. And off the front, and in it goes. And Chicago leads by 13.
The sweet lefty stroke of Kelsey Plum, looking like art from the mid-range.
Launches it. Off target at the rim. New York trails by 13. Pass to Ionescu. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Here's Plum. And so here is New York. Here's Stewart out left to the wing. Three-pointer. New York, no good that time either. Chicago leading by 13.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Plum.
2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Gray. Shot on the wing, and it comes off the front of the rim. 1:46 left in the first half. To the inside. From the arc. Not going to go that time. Here's Chicago. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Burke with it. Here's Ionescu. Here's Plum. And again, no good by Chicago. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Ionescu. Stewart kicks to Harrison. Back to Stewart. New York, no good that time either. Chicago leading by 13. Clark for 3. Burke grabs the miss. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Ionescu can't get it to go. And so here is Chicago. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Here's Plum. Thomas. Pass to Gray. Here's Plum. They shoot again. And she lays it up and in. And Chicago leads by 15. 8 seconds left here in the second. Here's Ionescu. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. And so it's Chicago, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. New York trails by 15. Here's Jones, and the layup is good.
Well, it won't get much easier for her than that. Nice bucket there.
Here's Chicago. And here's Young. Kicks it out to Wilson. Over Stewart. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
A complex offensive game makes Wilson almost impossible to stop. Coaches have a hard time game planning against her.
Here's Clown. And they're running. Here's Wilson. And the layup's good off the glass. And Chicago leads by 17.
Well, the reason they got that bucket was because of their pressure defense. That's how you get the better of an offense.
Ionescu can't get it to go. And guys, they look to set it up in the half court.
Well, that's when you got to rely more on your defense and try to get out in the open floor. Oftentimes, you can develop your rhythm offensively when you get easy baskets.
Provides a nice balance to their offense when she's hitting mid-range jumpers that forces the defense to worry about another part of the floor.
Here's Clown. The shot, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Here's Fudd, and that one is good.
Great look, and the important part, she finished down.
New York trails by 21. Pass to Stewart. Jones sets the pick for Stewart. Shot to stop the run, and fouled on the shot. She'll shoot 2 at the line.
Big part of Stewart's game, getting to the line. She was second in free throw makes her rookie season. How's that for an introduction?
And so Stewart nails both of them.
Not just an incredible talent, Stewart is also a winner. Someone you build your franchise around.
Bud, again, Chicago.
It requires serious confidence to attack like that in motion. She just knew that was hers for the taking.
And you know, one thing basketball purists are interested in watching tonight, Azzi Fudd's jumper, especially off the catch. Her shot mechanics outstanding, and she has that logo level range.
A shot by Wilson, no good. New York trails by 19. Pass to Stewart from down low. It's deflected.
Well, a good block is about position and timing. And right there, she had both.
New York calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Chicago making a switch here. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Chicago leading by 19 points. Pass to Betts. Here's Olsen. Here's Iriothan. 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. Again, Chicago.
I'll say this, we see that play a lot. And she ran it about as well as you can now.
1:53 left in the third. Ionescu can't get it to go. Right wing for 3. Fudd can't get it to go. New York trails by 21. Here's Clown. New York, no good that time either. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run.
Hey, get that, get that!
A minute 20 left in the third quarter. On Nice shot by Beck.
Well, that's just a nice job using the screen to her advantage.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Stewart. New York, no good that time either. Chicago leading by 23. Here's Olsen. Drills the three-pointer.
No problem with that one. She gets to her spot in the corner and knocks it down.
There's 42 seconds left in the third. Stewart misses. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. Here's Ionescu. Jones with the bounce pass. Here's Ionescu. Pass to Cloud. Stewart in the corner. And the three ball is good.
Sometimes you see players get hesitant to take the outside shot. Not Stewart. So comfortable from three-point range.
Bud tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so it's Chicago, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Pass to Olsen. From past the arc, cracks in the tray.
Well, look, you improve your ability to make shots when you step into them with confidence. She just showed that.
Now Burke. Here's Ionescu. Pass to Olsen. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Yeah, I think sometimes the mid-range is overlooked. Kudos to her for utilizing it.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Both teams will make substitutions. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. It's on target from the high post.
Shooting while in rhythm. The defense has got to be more mindful of her ability to pull up off the dribble.
Will it go? And she's good on the layup. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
With the drive, and good that time.
Well, showing us what she can do. Puts the ball on the floor and goes.
Pass to Burke. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Fires from 18. Chicago grabs the miss. Here's Young. Out the basket.
Well, you look at Young. She's strong, a bigger guard, and that helps her down low.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Burke. Here's Harry-Offen. Takes a three. Gray, that's good.
And the defense has to be better prepared. You got to be right up on her as the pass is coming her way.
And the Liberty with possession. Pass to Zabali. Here's Ionescu. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here we often, no good. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Harrison. To halt the run. Great D that time from Thomas. Chicago with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Six to shoot. Out to the right wing. Fires for three. No good. And so here is New York. To the middle. And that one's good, Harrison.
And they're making the most of her looks inside.
It's Young on the wing. Three-pointer bangs home the trifecta. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Out to the right wing. Back to Burke. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Harrison. Here's Chicago. They're on a 17-4 run right now.
Whoa, that is how you finish a drive. She knew what to do.
.29 seconds left in the game. Here's the screen. Here's Ionescu. Nails the baby hook.
Okay, if you're going to operate inside, you're going to deal with physical defense, and it doesn't bother her at all.
Here's Betts. Lays it up off the glass. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For my friends Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And now we present our player of the game.